So apparently Forest have put in a bid for Yilmaz, a centre-back, another bid on there. Textor and Marinakis. Evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to the Transfer Evening Live Show. I don't know. We need to come up with a name. Why are you not putting bombers and here we goes in there? Like, what are you saying? Hope you guys are well. Welcome back to the working week. It's Monday. It's Monday. Martin, what's drops? What's drops? What's drops? What? What's the bomber? Hold on. Let's have a look. you guys putting a bomber on this. Forest agreed to sign 29-year-old goalkeeper Angus the Machine Guns, Scottish #1 keeper, on a free. Wow. Former Norwich goalkeeper joins with immediate effect. Yay! We have a backup goalkeeper. Fantastic news. What a way to start the show off. It's a here we go. It's a here we go. Get in there. Oh my God, what a bomber. What a way to start things off. Are you guys excited by him? Like, what are we saying? Not on the agenda, by the way. We've signed. It's done. It's dusted. Wolfie, mate, tonight no negativity. Bro, I barely said hello to you guys, and you're already asking me for negativity or positive. I haven't said anything. I'm good, Mark. How you doing? Is he, what's his face's son? He must be, surely. Ex-Man City, ex-Norwich, ex-Southampton. He is he? Okay, fair enough. Okay, so Forest signed a backup goalkeeper. Really exciting. Homegrown keeper. That is a good point. Yeah, is he Brian's gun? He complained about the presentation of newcomers. Let's do a bomber no matter what. All right, yeah, okay, sorry. Okay, yeah. Let's start again. Breaking news. Let's get the old flashy. How do I flash it? I think I need new glasses. Breaking Forest transfer news. Here we go. Angus the Machine Gun is a red.
The result is that at the end of the day, we always win.
At the end of the day, we always win. There he is, ladies and gents. Breaking news. That's it. That's sorted out our transfer window with the breaking. Here we go. Angus the Machine Gun. Oh, crap. Hold on. Angus the Machine Gun is a red. Cool. So, you guys want to know his... Like, what a way to start the show off. I'm gonna send me a message. I know I pressed the wrong button. I'm sorry. Right, I went tiny. It was the excitement that got me. Shout out to Emily, the lovely Emily with the 4.99. She goes, they planned for a new backup with Nuno goalkeeping experience. We should be optimistic. He got sales after all. I'm not dissing him down, Emily. I'm not cussing this one down at all. Cool, we've got a backup goalkeeper. He will count as homegrown. Tick that box because we were a little tight on it. I got no problems with it. Guys just got me overexcited because I thought maybe we'd sign like a Douglas Luiz or something like that. So anyway, he's in. Do we really need to spend much time on a backup goalkeeper? I think what this tells us more than anything is that Miguel is on his way out. There's talks that he's going to Botafogo. Turkish ringer. Okay, let's get on to the main story, right? Do you want a little breakdown of him? 29 years old. He started at Man City in 2017, then went to Norwich. He's been Southampton, then loaned out to Stoke, then Norwich for the last 4 years. And he's one of my boys, man. Scottish international, 16 games. Angus the Machine Guns. The lights are on at the City Ground. All for Angus. What happened with Miguel, says Jess. I just don't think Nuno fancies him. I really don't. But anyway, it is. Can we move on, man? Can we move on? Like, keep it talking boring. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's boring. Okay, let's talk about the main news. So you guys aren't gonna like this, but I've had so many of you in Discord asking me, yo, have we put a bid in for Yilmaz? Yo, is it true? Yilmaz on his way to Forest. Yilmaz is the guy. We'll come on to chat Chua in a minute as well. Don't worry, I've got you covered on everything tonight. I got you covered. So, look, we need to talk. Let me get my screen sorted. Okay, so the reports are that Forest have put in a £32 million bid for Yilmaz. And this is my shopping list guy, right? Big up Yilmaz. Need him in Forest ASAP. Baller, Turkish, needs to get to Forest ASAP. No AFCON issues, thank God. So I'm up for this. However, what I will say on all of this is these reports, any reports coming out from Turkey are in themselves questionable. There's so much freaking, my agent has just paid my journalist XYZ to say this team has said this team to the other team, right? So that's one thing. And then there are people that are actually basing this report off one Twitter account. And it's from Hadji. Georgie Hadji. Not the real Georgie Hadji, just Hadji, with a picture of Georgie Hadji. And that's all they based it on. In fact, I went and found this tweet because it was quite funny. The tweet says, exclusive. Forest offer 35 plus 5 million euros for Yilmaz from Galatasaray. However, Galatasaray is demanding a direct 40 million euros. The transfer is close to being finalized. That's it. This guy's got like 14k followers or something like that. This guy here, Ben, has more than him. Shout out to Ben. He says Nuno doesn't fancy Miguel, but Nicky does. I think Rob still likes Miguel as well. Shout out for the £2, Ben. So look, I'm just saying to you guys, I am prepared for a Twitter account with 2 followers or a Forest YouTuber who, like, I don't know, bumbles their words or something with 0 viewers to say Yilmaz is coming, and I am prepared to latch onto it for dear life, because I would be more than happy to have that crumb of comfort that Yilmaz is coming. Okay? But there is nothing substantial or anywhere. And I've tried, man. Linkin Park style. I tried so hard, I got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter. There's absolutely nothing to confirm this story, full stop about it. Yet you're reporting it. I bet the excitement before checking the profile was beautiful. No DP. What we are doing here is answering the questions that have come through on Discord all day asking about Yilmaz. Okay? So, I would much rather be talking to you guys about some Twitter account with 5 followers who says Akliouche is coming to Forest, right? But it's not happening at the moment. Now, I am not dismissing, by the way, I'm not dismissing Yilmaz being linked to Forest. It's been a story for 6 months. It's no secret Forest are interested in him. What I don't understand is why no one's gone in for him. In fact, I'm hearing the opposite, that Villa are probably the strongest ones chasing him right now, not Forest. The 3 linked to him, I think, with Forest, Villa, and Sunderland, I think is the other one. West Ham as well, very loosely linked to him as well, right? So I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but remember, stories can change. Forest could go and put a bid in for him tomorrow. They may have put a bid in for him yesterday. But there is absolutely nothing to substantiate or credit this story whatsoever, okay? So Sorry, but don't shoot the messenger. What were you just asking? How much they want for him? Look, the story has changed, and it's really hard to dig through the crap with the Turkish media. Okay, it's not a dig. It's basically saying the excitement means you'll report it but we've got to discuss this deeper. I know you're not having a dig, bro. What I'm saying is that sometimes you just got to discuss it because, like, if you're checking the Discord today, everyone's Yilmaz, right? Make sure you're in the Discord. ! Discord is free. Already 500 of them in there, chatting away. So look, I don't know. Look, if you look at Yilmaz, this guy has been available since the start of the summer. I'm pretty sure he said his goodbyes to the fans at the start of the summer, their last game. He's been expecting to leave all summer, yet no one has gone in for him. That's got to ask you a question. Have they lowered their price? I think they're asking for about 30 million euros, something like that. And this is the other thing I don't get with this offer. Initially, the offers were meant to be anything around 30 to 35 million gets it done. Forest, if I remember rightly, don't quote me here, but in January, I think we put a bid in for him for like 25. So look, it's getting to expect over the next 10 days, loads of Forest are bidding on this player. Forest have bid on this player. Forest are chasing this player. Forest are linked to this player. Forest are linked to the other. Because we're coming to the end of the transfer window. We got what? 12, 13 days before the season starts. Like, let's draw breath. Let's draw breath and be calm about what's going to happen. Seeing it. That was proper trolling in Discord. Yeah, man, they're getting excited in the old Discord. Yeah, shout out to you all you Discordees out there. Yeah, and if you join Discord, I'll give you guys a quick shout out. Now we've had a few of you join. Reese is in there. Brittany's in there. Ro is in there as well. Shout out to all of you. Oh, by the way, I gotta make a massive shout out to the absolute legend that is Bob Dodge with the sickest name. With his 10 coffees, he says, Wolfie, like coffee, FFTV is a daily requirement. I know how hard this stuff is, so have a coffee on me. Big up to you, Bob Dodge. You're an absolute legend. Okay, so that's like the bad news, right? Well, it's not bad news. I'm not saying Forest are not in for him. I'm just saying those reports are not from a trusted or credible source, okay? What are you lot saying? I'm a bit fed up with our preseason, says Pat. So am I, mate. Don't I? Why? What is Mishmark? What are you chatting about, Laurie? I want us to get Son. Son's gone. He's going to LA. Angus, the machine gun is a here we go. Correct, Jack. Correct. That is done and dusted. I'll spoiler alert. I ain't doing a here we go video for a backup goalkeeper. Okay. That's that one done. Now we got to get into this whole John Textor Marinakis stuff. Okay, because there's been Kieran Maguire put out a tweet earlier today and then he's deleted it. Ooh, spooky, mysterious news on that. And basically, the whole thing I think we haven't covered it on YouTube. We've covered it on Patreon, where we got told about it about a week ago, maybe a bit more than that. And there was talks initially. Let me give you a very quick background of what's happened. There's talks initially that John Textor was basically going to pull Botafogo out of Eagles holding, the ownership that he has. Yeah, football friends, isn't it? And he was going to put it into Marinakis' MCO, multi-club ownership. Now, that kind of was the rumors that I was hearing about a week ago. And then a couple of days ago, it kind of got put down that no, this isn't happening. So that got quashed a little. Then the next thing that came out was that actually Marinakis is being a sugar daddy here to John Textor to then get him to be able to buy out Botafogo from Eagle Holding and what have you. Now, Kieran Maguire tweeted something out earlier off the back of an article, which says, let me see if I've got it here for you guys. I think I do. Marinakis and Textor to unite MCOs and AR's management now controls John Textor's Eagle Football Holding. Right, this is a very financial, documented, boring article, right? So we're not going to go through it. But in essence, what they are saying is that those two are going to combine together. Marinakis is going to fund Textor, and then we don't know about the details about how it's going to kind of work between the two. So at the moment, we're keeping an eye on it. All I wanted to say to you guys today about it was I do not like the timing of this whatsoever. Like, can't you just keep your football friends, secret football friends, until the 11th of August? Like, do we need to give the Crystal Palace conspiratorials out there any more crap than they need? How much of that was BS? I think a lot of it is true, Martin. I'm not gonna lie to you. Obviously, the Patreon videos, they're there for you guys if you want to refer back to them, because I wanted to keep those away from Crystal Palace eyes, and also some exclusives, of course, for you Patreonies. Big up, Mabs. What you saying? Appreciate it. So look, my point here is I don't really want to discuss this one until we see the outcome of the CAS case, or the Crystal Palace CAS case. That's going to be on Friday with the announcement on the Monday. Okay, but be aware, we know this is going on. I'm putting the updates on this on Patreon, and all the news I'm hearing. As you guys know, we've got really good connects in Brazil, so we'll keep you posted on this one. What about the One Football report on Yilmaz? Didn't they say about it being Villa or something, Drubs? That you talking about the one from yesterday? So that's the news on that one. What's interesting, though, is what Crystal Palace have done today. They are so salty. It's hilarious just how salty they are, okay? Because obviously the draw got done today. By the way, 700 of you guys in here. Shout out to all of you. Thank you for joining me on this Monday night. 167 likes. Be well over 200. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. Now, Crystal Palace were in the conference playoff draw today. The playoff draw is not a group stage draw, unlike what some people were spouting out. This is the playoffs. I explained it in the video this morning, right? You will get, in the Conference League, it will be everyone, because every team has to play to get through into the group stages. In the Europa League, not the case. If you're seeded, you're seeded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're through to the groups. And same with the Champions League, but there is still some qualifiers going on there. Once you get through to the group stages, that draw is happening on the 29th of August. Now, Crystal Palace had their draw today, and they are so salty that this is the announcement they put on their website. Here you go. That page cannot be found because they've taken all association off. Doesn't exist, as if it hasn't happened to the Conference League. Told Rich on Eagle Eye Football today, you took his popcorn. Yeah, man, I took his popcorn and his Europa League spot. So that's their announcement. Page can't be found. This is the legit Palace page, right? It's absolutely hilarious. Now, the draw was done and Palace got one of two teams. Let me see if I can bring it up for you, because it is kind of significant and it's something that we've got to cover off here. So let me find the draw again. Where is it? Why is it significant? Because if CAS votes in favor of Palace, then Forest will be replacing Palace. If I bring this here, can you guys see that? Shall I make it a little bigger? And make it a little bigger for you guys. Hold on. Well, that's bigger, but not straight enough. Okay. All right, can you not see that now? Is that big enough? Do you guys need me to make that big? You can see that. You're not blind. You don't all need glasses like me. Now, Palace have drawn either Fredrikstad, Frankenstad, or Midtjylland. Now, I don't want either of these teams. Because I think Midtjylland will go through. And this is the team that I've seen a few times in the Champions League, you know. And if we get them, yeah, long day. So hopefully Stun, whoever they are, go through, right? Well, depends. If Palace stay in this, then I want them to play Midtjylland and they could be in trouble. Emily with the 499. Interesting. She says Kieran deleted his tweet after he got called out for reporting on things that weren't 100%. Then he replied saying it wasn't 100% and deleted it. Okay, interesting. Look at Emily. Emily, that's useful to know. I did not know that. I was wondering why Kieran never deletes it. Thank you, Emily. That is extremely useful to know. I'll message Kieran later on and get his take on it and see what's going on. Appreciate that, Emily. Much love. So look, going back to the Europa League draw. So technically speaking, once these matches have taken place, and as you can see, there's loads of these matches that are still so-and-so versus so-and-so, so-and-so versus so-and-so, right? These matches happen in the next week, I think it is, and then the draw will happen after that. These games, though, when I'm talking next week, I'm talking the slash games, right? Then Palace or Forest will play either Fredrikstad or Midtjylland. So that is not a good draw from a Forest perspective or a Palace perspective, I'll tell you that. You want something like one of these ones here, man, these Shamrock Rovers or something like that. That would have been absolutely fine. You obviously don't want... Why Fiorentina on that side? They would have been seeded. But there's loads of these crappers that you could have got. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Oh, wait, hold on. It's because they drew the home and the away legs and what have you. So if Forest were to go into this, by the way, the first leg would be at home. The second leg would be away. I would prefer it the other way around. And this is why we've just got to avoid this at all costs. Okay, so that's the Palace/Europa news. Don't worry. It's not affecting us just yet. We'll see what happens on Friday, but we won't hear about it till Monday. Okay, let's get back to some transfer news. And this one looks like it's getting serious. Before we do, let's just catch up some of your messages. We couldn't beat Chesterfield. Why would we expect to beat Shamrock Rovers? Fair point. I can't argue it. Fredrikstad had a good season last year, but this year they're not that good. Andreas, I wouldn't fancy us in a two-legged playoff match against... what's the worst team I can think of? Spurs. Against Spurs right now. Fiorentina kickoff. Is it 7:45 now? They make their minds up, man. Can't they make their minds up? Cass will find that page for Palace. Don't worry. Yeah, man. I also slipped a $5 to Cass to get it done right. Wouldn't fancy us right now against Derby over. Yeah, Scunthorpe's always a good one to go to. It's always a good one to go to. Big up, Jolly Ollie. Hope you're well. Okay, so let's get into the next transfer news because this one is looking serious. Shout out to DP. He's in the chat in the Discord as well. Make sure you're joining the Discord if you're not there yourself. Okay, so Forest are now in for Chachua. I gotta say, this guy's got the best name in football. Jackson Chachua. What a sick name that is. I love it. Now, who is he? What is he? What do you expect? What's going on with Forest? But let's go through the article first together, then I'll give you my thoughts on him. So, reports Chachua ready for Forest at 12 million plus. Big up, Tommy. You unsubscribed just so you could get yourself an alert, Tommy. It's like that. That thought did come to my mind. You'd love to go to Ibrox. They didn't get into the Champions League, did they? I think they lost. Anyway, let's go through this, right? So, Forest reportedly on the verge of securing Hella Verona fullback Jackson Chachua after offering 12 million plus add-ons. The Cameroon international has also been linked to the move within Serie A to AC Milan or Inter, but they were not prepared to meet the asking price. Big picture, it would seem the Premier League club have no such qualms. As Tuta Mercato Web claims, the decisive bid will come in from Forest at 12 million plus bonuses. It's a huge profit for Verona, who took Chachua on loan from Charidio in 2023 and then purchased him outright for 3 million last summer. He has 2 goals and 5 assists in 62 Serie A appearances for Hella Verona. The right back can also play on the left when required and will celebrate his 24th birthday next month. It would represent another shopping spree in Serie A from Forest, who have already snapped up Danilo from Bologna after a bidding war with Napoli. Now, something else to say, it doesn't mention here, but what I saw as well was that Napoli were interested in Chachua. But I knew as soon as I said the word Cameroon, this would happen, and rightly so. I don't get this. There's a couple of things I don't get. One, I don't think he's all that, in my opinion. I think he's a decent fullback, but he also plays as a right mid as well. So there's like versatility, and as the article said, he can play on the left. In fact, shout out to Scottish Forest guy. He goes, "Don't go to Ibrox. It's full of Rangers fans. Would be good to watch us ruin them though." Yeah, I'm more Celtic, man. Celtic on the right side of genocides and things. Big up to Celtic. Shout out to you with the £5, bro. Much love to you, and big up to Andreas, my guy, with the coffee. He says, she said. Let's just bring this up. A coffee to a legend. And a legend buying the coffee. Big up to you, bro. Much love. Thank you so much. Okay, so anyway, Chachua. I've been chatting shit. Let's talk Chachua. I'm not against him. I'm just not excited by him. And honestly, the main reason is the AFCON thing. The AFCON thing does worry me because if you think about it logically, right, we're about to lose, or we probably will lose, Ola Aina to what's it called? AFCON. So if we're losing Ola Aina to AFCON, we would need a right back backup. And if your right back backup also plays for Cameroon, who will most likely be in AFCON, I think they've qualified. Someone explain to me the logic. I'm waiting for it. How does that work? How does that work? So why would we go and purchase another African right back? Yes, that probably sounds racist, but I'm from Libya, so I can get away with saying that. You lot can't. I just think there's too many African right backs, right? Now, as I mentioned, he does also play right midfield, and he's played it a lot. I just want to show you, let's have a look at last season's stats so we can have a little stat glance. Now, he played most of his games for Verona last season at right mid, which is what I kind of thought was the case with him. Can you not see this? Okay, there you go. So this is it here on the right last season. Right midfielder, 27 games at right midfield, scored 2 goals, 1 assist. Right back, 7 games only, got 2 assists. Left midfield, it was only a handful of games. So he's very versatile in his positioning. Also, age-wise, I like it. He's quite young. If this was last year or if this was next year, it'd be like, all right, cool. Why do they do AFCON every 2 years, man? It just drives me absolutely crazy. It really does. And does he move the needle? Does he move the needle? No, but he's a backup. He's a backup. Will Nuno move Abbott to right back during AFCON? I wouldn't be surprised if Nico Williams gets moved to right back, and then I don't know who we've got at left back. Maybe Omar Richards starts playing at left back. Yes, he is born in Belgium, but he does represent Cameroon, bro. So look at you, Jay Walker. You know your stuff. You know your stuff. Look, there's so much to like about him. In terms of his pace, his work rates are phenomenal. In general, he's a very good squad player. Very good squad player. But that's as far as I would go. Bolster, that's a sick name. Thank you for subscribing. Now, in terms of his final third, productivity is not good, in my opinion. Or if you guys want me to put a positive spin on it, area of improvement. or Nuno can work with him in that area. It all depends what Nuno wants to use him for. Now, my guess is that he is going to be used as a backup for Ola Aina and for, say, Dan Doy if he ends up playing on the right-hand side. That gives us cover with one person. It's buy one get two free kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, look, are these reports true on this 12 million? There's a lot of people talking about it, a lot of pretty decent sources. It does seem true. Again, it's originated out of Italy. It's 12 million euros. The other thing you got to ask yourself is that with Forest going in for the money for him, his valuation has shot up quite quickly. So he has been impressive in Serie A. The fact that AC Milan are interested, Inter were having a look as well, and who did I say the other one was? Napoli. That's good signs as well to a player, because Napoli obviously won the league. If they're looking to strengthen, that's good. AC Milan stunk the house out last year, so don't take anything from that one. It just doesn't excite me. It doesn't excite me, but I get it. We definitely need fullbacks. I think this is the wrong side, though. I think the priority should be on the left side, because I still say Ola Aina can play right back. In an emergency, you can use Eric Da Silva. I think he's about a year away from being ready. And then you got Nico Williams, who can switch to his natural side on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, you got Nico Williams, who's not naturally a left back. You got Ola Aina, who's been locked down as the right back. And outside of that, that's it. Who am I missing? Oh, Omar Richards. But do you think Omar Richards is going to even make the squad this season? I don't know. Phil waving bye to Miguel. Don't say that if Nicky's in the room, bro. Don't say that if Nicky's in the room. So look, this one looks like it's developing. Also, there's been no further updates on Douglas Luiz at the time of recording, at the time of being live with you guys. Let me just see if there's any new info. In fact, they're now pushing it further just on Chachua. I mean, we should sign him just for his name. Now saying player is very close to joining Forest. More reports to say the same thing. Offer of around 12 mil. Okay, this one's gathering a lot of momentum right now. So keep an eye on this one. We may get a here we go soon on this one. How certain are you with Yilmaz? Josh, rewind, bro. See what I said about him. Not certain at all. Andreas, with the 2 months. Thank you so much, bro. Much love. Appreciate it. Okay. Edu will get that one done, Harry. I'm very confident on Douglas Luiz. Very confident. Cunha's young. He can develop into a left back. Yeah, but we don't need to develop it. We just need to buy it, is what I'm saying. Like the development, let's develop through the youth team. Let's buy into the first team. Okay, we need to touch on tomorrow with Fiorentina as the last point of call. There's about 750 of you in here. Quick reminder, we're close to 300 likes. Make sure you've hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Big up to you, Crazy Cat Lady. Hope you're well. Don't get too excited, Graham. Like, the latest report is the one I put out in the morning. I'm just saying my opinion here. My opinion. And I've got no insight on the Douglas Luiz stuff, by the way, right? I just feel logically it makes sense that he ends up at Forest because I think we can offer him better than what Everton can offer him. I think we definitely can offer him better than what Leeds can offer him. And Manchester United, I mean, they finished 15th. So I'm very confident on it, but that's my opinion. Call that bit opinion piece, okay? Shout out Andreas, man. Being so generous tonight. He says, oh, excuse me, I had to burp. Chachua won. I'm not even pronouncing that Speedwood. He is quick. Maybe again, that's why Nuno wants him. And that's why I'm still not sure. Does he want him as a right wing, a right mid, or a right back, or a backup? Maybe he's instead of the name I don't want to mention because it's gone really quiet. And I don't want to remind you all of a certain Spaniard and a certain bottle of baby oil. Maybe. Now I'm excited about him. Tachua is my guy. Go get him. Go get him. Oh, Forest Ants made an appearance. He says, up the mighty Jers, and they beat Panathinaikos to reach the UCL proper. Why is everyone talking about Rangers? What have Rangers done that's so, like, amazing? Okay, I'm not even bringing that message up, Andreas. You're not funny. You're not funny. What was I just talking about? I can't even remember. You lot are so off-putting. So off-putting. Make sure you join the Discord. What are you lot chatting in the Discord? Need Wolfie to look at it. All right, hold on. So, okay, this is the One Football article that you're sending. Forest are closing in on a record club £37 million transfer fee on Yilmaz, with the Turkish international understood to be actively encouraged to move to the City ground. According to several reports in Turkey, including sports outlet Fanatic, Baris have previously tabled a £32 million offer and are willing to pay an additional $5 million in add-ons as part of the deal. Okay. Bro, you're just a whale. It's just a whale. Shout out to you, Curtis. Okay. I don't, again, the thing, who put that in there? Birdie. Shout out to you for putting it in the Discord. Again, my problem with that article is the Turkey a bit. The lovely Jess with the gifted membership. Shout out to you, Jess. And Jack, make sure you thank Jess because she's just hooked you up, Jack. So on that Yilmaz article, the problem still is the key line. One Football is just like an aggregator, right? It's not one to get yourselves excited about. And it says, according to several reports in Turkey, that's the problem with it. There's nothing substantial. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'd love for it to happen, but I'm just saying it's not substantial yet. Okay. There's nothing with baby oil. This is a baby oil free stream. Will Vissa be gone before we play Brentford? Hopefully so, mate. Maybe he ends up at Forest. Remember how badly Nuno wants him, and nothing's happened since. The lovely crazy cat lady with the coffee, she goes, thank you for all that you do for our community. Thank you, crazy cat lady, for all your help and support. It's been amazing, and we appreciate you. By the way, I had to go change a tire today, man, and it ended up that there was nothing wrong with the tire. The valve. There's a thing called a valve that has issues. Anyway, just quickly on the game tomorrow. So this will be our second last game, chat. Is that right? We've got Fiorentina and then El Qudusiyya on Saturday. Is that it after that? Is that it? Stop drinking, you will need a wee. Oh, I'm good. I can hold it down. Is that our next two games? I can't bother to my monitor on the right. It is. Thank you, Andreas. What would I do without you? Okay. Now, I'm just gonna preempt the narrative. Okay, if Forest lose to Fiorentina tomorrow, the narrative of even less to beat them, I don't know how much even I could use that with, because I'm pretty sure Fiorentina put out a kids squad in their first half against Leicester, okay? So that's one thing, right? So before you start, Instagramming and tweeting and doing whatever else you do, don't talk about changing tires. My locking wheel nut has snapped. Oof, that's harsh. So before you don't get angry, if and most likely when Forest do lose tomorrow, just remember that. And if all the Leicester fans come at you, they were playing their kids, okay? Jess says, wait, with no Tough, who covers Aina for AFCON? Chachua, but he'll be there as well, Jess. So I got no idea. And anyway, Tough would be left back. Has Tough played on the right side at all? He doesn't look like right-sided to me. But thank you, Jess. We will get fullbacks. Don't worry. Forest still better damn well. They better damn well get fullbacks. So look, don't lose your heads if we lose tomorrow. Expect another 0-0. But joking aside, this really has to now be like when we play tomorrow. I want to see a strong 11. I don't want to see 4 centre backs playing across the back row. That does my head in. I don't want to see. What else don't I want to see? Morgan Gibbs White. I want to see a midfield 3. I would quite like to see. Dominguez is injured though, isn't he? He's not back till end of September. I like to see Anderson, Sangare. Who's our other midfielder, chat? Who's our other midfielder? Pre-season, who gives a shit? We all do. Yates. Play Gibbs White then. Play Gibbs White. Wait, is that it? Just Yates? Oh, you know who I was thinking it was going to be? In my head, we've already signed Douglas Luiz. That's the other player I was thinking about. I was like, yeah, I'm missing someone. So Anderson, Sangare, and Luiz. Oh, wait, no, he's not there. Shit, so it's going to have to be Gibbs White. You know, Dominguez is out till the end of the season. Sorry. Correct. Slip of the tongue till the end of September. So he's probably going to go 4-2-3-1. I've got a feeling he's going to go 3 back tomorrow. Love that sort of thing, Wolfie. Let's gaslight ourselves saying we have him. I'm like, seriously, in my head, he is already signed. Yes, for F's sake, you underrate him so much. He's way better than you give him credit for. Yeah, I would give Yates the WWE Championship, man. I'd send him in against Cody Rhodes. He'd beat him 100%. Forest signing backup keeper Angus the Machine Gun. Yeah, he's in. That broke Bomber as we went live. Okay, so let's see what he does tomorrow. But we have to see. Look, forget who starts and who plays. We have to see some attacking patterns of play. Nuno, if you're watching this, for our sanity, please, I'm begging you, score a goal. Just a goal. Just give me something, man. I can't keep going on these panel shows hearing, bro, is it true that you haven't won a preseason game? I'll be like, yeah, how many points have you lot got your preseason game wins? Is it true you've only scored 1 goal in 5 matches? Yes, it's true. Silva, would you do that? I do think he could play as a 10. I do. Oh, Mangala as well. Yep, shout out to Mangala. Big up to Ben with the £2. He goes, remember when Ant thought Danilo was good? Laugh my ass off. Danilo is good. I still wouldn't have sold him, man. Look, you won't be laughing if we don't get Douglas Luiz and we end up with... Who could we end up in midfield? That would vex Ben. I don't know, Basuma or something. Basuma. Playing shit could be a plan of Nuno so he doesn't give anything away. Well, that makes me feel better anyway. Yeah, but then you can't just go from playing shit and then suddenly be like, right, guys, we've sandbagged them enough. Let's play properly now. Shout out to Michael for subscribing. Wolfie, do you take 3-5 loss over a 0-0? 100%, man. 100%. Getting spammed by YouTube ads driving me mad. You should use what's that YouTube Premium thing called? YouTube Premium. Why not? Says Curtis. I'd be happy with a 3-5 loss. I really would. Okay, so look, that's your main news. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was dead yesterday. It's not much better today. Don't shoot the messenger, as I always say, but this is the best of what we've got right now. A right back / right mid incoming. Douglas Luiz has already joined Forest in my mind. He hasn't. I'm just saying, in my mind, he has. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much as exciting as it gets for this evening. But we'll be back tomorrow with the watch along. Let's go troll someone. Who should we troll? You guys are really good at trolling people, by the way. Like, a massive round of applause to your trolling level. And right now, you lot are trolling these bloody likes, man. 327 likes. There's over 700 of you in here. Have some freaking shame. Have some shame. Who do you lot want to troll? Let's see who's live. No one really. Monts is live. You want to troll one? Any recommendations? Should we troll someone who's like a small YouTuber? Shall we? That would be quite cool to do. MK with the £5. He says, first 5 Premier League games look promising for us. 3-2 at worst, in my opinion. Brentford, West Ham, Burnley, possible. We'll beat Arsenal as well, bro. We beat Arsenal. We'll beat Arsenal. I hope. Thank you for the $5. Much appreciated. Now, I'm being serious, chat. Find a small streamer who's live that we can go and you guys can make their day. Someone who's got, like, I don't know, 10 viewers or something. Is there anyone like that live? I can think of one. What you got? What you got? Ez is a small YouTuber. Literally, he is, yes. Troll Crystal Palace. Premier League Dad is a small YouTuber. Is he live? Premier League Dad, did you say? He's not live, man. I need someone to be live. I need to be live. Sava's not live, is he? Sava's not live. You can go watch my argument with Sava. Who should we go? Okay, I found someone. Who's this guy? I'm trolling him. I don't know. Hurry up and find someone, or I'm just gonna chuck whatever. Man, I'm not going to him, man. Who the hell's he? Raid Talk Sport? No. Right, you lot are not helpful at all. Right, I'm gonna find you someone. How'd you actually search for people that are live on YouTube? I don't even know. United Stand is live. Yeah, they could do with some help, couldn't they? I'll go live now playing football with my dog. Yeah, and you'll just put people off YouTube. Absolutely non-league show. All right, let's do that. I mean, could you have found an easier one to spell? Nico, like seriously. Absolutely non-league show. Are you sure they're live? They are live. All right, let's go. I bet they haven't even got redirects on. All right, go and say, let's test this. Go and say to them, we can't, they haven't got redirects on. Oh, they're lost. They're lost. They're lost. Who's this? All right, I found one. This dude's live with 500. He's got 4 people subscribed to him. I don't know who he is. Let me see if I can redirect to him. He doesn't have redirects on either. All right, if you are starting off in YouTube, you must make your redirects open. Otherwise, what's the point? All right, I'm gonna just send you to one of the boys. I'm gonna send you to Lee Gunner. If you want to see negative, go check out my mate Lee Gunner. All right, I'm gonna send you there. All right, I will see you guys on the video tomorrow and the watch along tomorrow. Have a good evening. Much love to you. It was a here we go night. Come on, you Reds.